Hello, creative people. This is your host, Pyric, and I'm bringing to you today Creativity is an Idea podcast. And this
Woohoo.
is a source of creativity for creative people. So stay tuned, and I have a great guest here called NiGE Hood. And he's a great friend of mine, and I don't want to really spill the beans now. I would like him to introduce himself. So this is NiGE Hood, and NiGE Hood, who are you? Let me ask you. Just introduce yourself. Let's have some friendly conversation. Who
Mhm.
are you?
Well, my name is NiGE Hood. Everybody knows me as NiGE Hood. My God-given or parent name is Nigel Hood, and I'm just a creative. Uh, I'm a personality. If I were to say anything, like I love making music. I love creating um, art and merchandise related to that music,
Mm-hmm.
and I love performing and helping to direct other musicians and creative people as well. I love helping them create their visions, and I guess I'm just a soul living in this universe who just really wants to get it and make the most out of it, and wants to have fun while I'm here living this life right now. And I want to live my own life. I want to have control of it.
That's excellent. I feel you on that because so many people lose the touch of being themselves, and
Hmm.
throughout life they don't really find themselves.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's very good that you are on a journey to find yourself or you know yourself gradually at each phase of
Hmm.
life. That is so great. And you know what? You coming up, I think you have your own personality and you've been molded by your environment as we were talking earlier.
Yeah.
And I know many people are different due to how they grew up. So
Hmm.
tell me, how was your childhood like coming up?
It's interesting. Well, my childhood was really fun, man. I grew up in Charlotte, North Carolina. I was raised in what you would call I guess, a progressive suburban side of town. They call it the
Progressive.
universe. Yeah, they call it the university area near UNCC. It's a little different now. Like now, like a lot of, I guess, the suburban, I guess, economic, that kind, like, okay, most of those families are like moving out of like the suburbs, and now it seems like a lot of like uptown and like Noda and certain areas that honestly were the hood
Hmm.
are now the go-to destinations, I guess. So like people are less. I know I'm kind of rambling, but people want to buy smaller houses that cost more money. So
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
location.
Location. So I guess I should say, like, I grew up on the suburb in the suburbs on the north side. If you check Charlotte now, it might not be considered that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
But like just growing up was cool because I went to magnet schools where I was side by side with like kids from my neighborhood, but also like kids from around the way. You know what I'm saying? Like white kids, black kids, all types of kids. And I grew up loving music and just kind of always loving to perform in a
Mm-hmm.
sense, whether it be me in class, wanting to tell jokes, or even as a kid, I loved writing songs. And my first thing I wanted to be was a comedian.
Oh,
Like
a
Jim,
joker.
yeah, bro.
Yeah.
I thought I was. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
So it was cool, man. And childhood was cool. I was told to be creative and stay creative. And my mom's real artistic, and my dad loves kind of like philosophy, I guess you could say. So it kind of like molded both sides, you know.
Okay. Yeah, that's excellent. Oh, that is very unique in your viewpoint, and that is your life, and that I believe contributed to who you are now. Yeah,
Hmm.
and that's so amazing. So tell me, like you growing up now, what was an event that happened that you can't really forget, you cannot forget,
Well,
good
shoot.
or bad?
I know, like, okay, I'll tell you one in the like the traumatic sense, and then two in like I think the larger life, the larger effect on the rest of my life sense.
Hmm.
Like one time, like I know we were just talking about it, but like when I was 9, I fell through a glass table, kind of like doing my homework. You know what I'm saying? It was like a crack in the glass, and I was just leaning on it to lean, like to get up, and like I fell through, and that was like my first time. I cut 9 tendons, 2 nerves, and 1 artery, and I had to go get surgery like the next day.
Ooh.
So like that probably as a child, like that was probably like the most crazy experience. But I could say like the effect of growing up as a kid for me, socially was, I guess I kind of always had a little bit of a confusion of how much to give or how much of myself to be, in a sense. Like I was always a lot of energy, a lot of
Adrenaline.
yeah, bro. Running everywhere, da 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 da. And there'd be a lot of times where people would say, "Yo, NiGE, calm down." Or I remember people saying like, "Oh, when NiGE is calm, he's real cool. We can deal with him." So I developed this kind of like hold back mechanism, and it would go for many things. And I think that I kind of like, even when it came to being in class, like school is kind of meant for you to kind of like be catalyzed in a sense, like, we're gonna put you here, we're gonna put you here, like. So for me, just me being me, I think I was always just going against that, but I never was trying to make trouble. So I guess I kind of thought I was a troublemaker, so I thought I had to just like be normal, quote unquote, and then I'm not okay. But no, it was just like them teachers, I was not interested.
Oh, I feel it. So too much energy caused you to tell some ligaments and
Oh yeah,
all those stuff.
Yeah, man.
Too much energy. I guess now you're using it well.
Yeah, bro. I had to learn to channel.
Breaking glasses.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So there's this word, like I forgot the title of the movie. It talks about Ronaldo DiCaprio. He was say, like they were dreaming.
Oh, Inception.
And they talk about an idea. If you're able to plant an idea in someone's mind, it flourishes. So the next thing I want to know about you is like, what's really, or when did you get the idea to become the person that you are working towards now, or what you've achieved in the past? When did you sow that seed?
I can say that it really started when I got to kindergarten, and I went to elementary school. And the school that I went to, it always had this yearly event called, I guess you could call it like a sock hop. It was like a throwback theme to like the 50s, like a 50s party where they play like 1950s, 60s music. What you call oldies, I guess. And for some reason, I don't know why, but I just remember going to that one, and then recognizing some of the songs that like my dad would play. And then for some reason, just at that moment, like I just was a fanatic for oldies, like 60s, 50s music, Beatles, Simon and Garfunkel, The Temptations, Mamas and the Papas, Supremes. So there was this station called 96.1. Back in the day, it was Magic 96.1, and it was an oldie station. And this is how much I was into it. By the time I'm in 3rd grade, my parents surprised me by blindfolding me for my birthday and taking me to the station. Like, that's how much of a fanatic. Like, every day, morning, noon, and night, I listened to the radio. And from then, soon, I just started writing songs. Like, I remember wrote a song when I was like 6, 7 years old and stuff like that.
That's amazing.
So I just knew from then, like, shoot. I just want.
Hey, you can say shit.
And I was just,
hey, we are being real here. If it comes, don't hold it. Let it out. Shit. But I say my shit.
Shit.
Hey, feel free.
All right, man.
Get
Thanks,
closer
man.
to the mic a little bit.
So,
Yeah.
so I'm like, I'm super into just writing songs. You know what I'm saying? And then, I guess at that moment, I just knew like, shoot, shit, this is what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like I would even imagine like being on TV shows and like different concepts of stories that I could be in. And I just kind of like ran with that, and I took it. And it was in 5th grade that I first heard Eminem. No, 4th grade.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So 4th grade, I hear Eminem. And because I'm like in a suburban area, it's like, that's like the rap that my friends are talking about.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? So then, for some reason, I just totally switched, get into get into Eminem, research who Dr. Dre is, who NWA is, Snoop. So I'm just like into rap from there on. I take my hobby of writing these songs and
Was
stuff.
that the 90s? Oh,
This
80s?
was the 90s. This
Yeah.
for fourth grade was 98 for me, 98, 99, and then fifth grade. Yeah, I graduated fifth grade 2000.
Yeah, that's excellent.
My idol growing up would probably be Jimi Hendrix.
Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah, like I like as I got older, I listened more to his music. I probably knew like 4 songs when I was a kid, but I don't know. Like even my first AOL account was Hendrix, like 1679 or something
Hold
like
on,
that.
hold on. AOL.
Yeah, AOL, that dates us, right?
All right.
But I just like him, man, because he was just like kind of like out there. He wasn't, me being suburban. Like I guess I never really I won't say identify with just black. You know what I'm saying? But I kind of looked at him as like a worldly weirdo black guy, and that's who I am.
Weirdo.
Yeah, weirdo. Weirdo. I
Interesting.
embrace that. I love that.
Good. Enjoy it while you can.
Right. You know
Enjoy
what I'm
your
saying?
weirdness. That makes you you. And I have another one. There's this new thing, Newton third law. I don't really know that law, but I'm just going to paraphrase it. It says, in order for you to go up, you have to leave certain things behind. So I want to know personally, what do you think was holding you back? What did you have to sort of leave behind for you to see the gradual progress you've seen so far? What were some of the things? Because someone out there is stuck in a way, and you saying what you've experienced could somehow help shorten their time frame. So share with me, or share with the audience, what did you have to leave behind in order for you to see the gradual progress you're seeing now?
The greatest realization that I ever had is the realization of victimization, of self-victimization.
Self-victimization.
And when I stopped self-victimizing, and when I stopped victimizing myself, when I stopped looking at, bro, I can't look at myself as a weirdo. I can't look at myself at feeling like somebody who wasn't accepted. I can hold on to like, oh, I got in trouble a lot as a kid, but I wasn't understood. And that's what made me think that I'm not worthy of certain things, da-da-da-da-da. And I really had to run into that because there was a lot of times when I was doing the rap thing and everybody was telling me like, yo, you're killing it. And one thing that can definitely allow you to not keep pressing on that gas is not seeing your worth or not seeing how cool you really are. Because if I'm always thinking that I'm an outcast, or if I'm always thinking that, I am misunderstood, then how can I actually relay something? How can I actually have some common ground to build something on to people? Because I kind of got to trust that people see the best in me. And in order for that to happen, I got to see the best in me. So I say that, like, victimizing yourself. Because when you hold grudges, because I actually looked this up, and I'm not perfect, bro. I just did something, I ain't gonna lie, like 2 weeks ago that I really, really regret. Like, it was wrong. Like, I let some emotion and a little bit of a grudge and victimization allow me to do something that was totally uncalled for. You know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying? I moved from, and even in that, like, I had to learn. Like, there were, like, 2 days where I was like, dang, I hate myself. Why did I do that? But I had to like be like, no, NiGE, what you did was wrong, but you know who you are. You're not you're not a bad person. Keep moving. You know what I'm saying? And when you hold grudges, what you do is like you're remembering something that somebody did. You're remembering feeling hurt or feeling afraid of being hurt by somebody or something somebody did. So whenever you see that person, you automatically you put yourself in a victimized role, and you always are gonna put those people in in kind of like an unfair vilified role. You know what I'm saying? You can never meet no common ground. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So to me, it's just like for all my people out there, stay patient and just don't hold grudges and don't victimize yourself, because everything where you are is based on every decision you made.
Yeah.
You
There was
know.
a saying, what you know so far, what you know has brought you this far. And that is so true. And to complement on what you were saying, if about grudges,
Mhm.
it's like holding a hot coal, waiting to throw it at someone, and you're burning yourself. You're burning yourself. So you are so right, man. You just have to let it go sometimes.
Yeah, and sometimes that person ain't gonna necessarily act right
Hmm.
either. It's like you really have to you have to be the sorcerer's stone. That whole concept is like they say transmuting
Hmm.
anything to gold, but it's really because sometimes I tell myself I
Like the
feel
alchemists.
yeah. I'll be so burned up, I'll be so hot inside, and I'll be like, God, what do I know this is negative. What do I do? How do I there's no way I can transmute this into positivity,
Hmm.
but there is, you know what I'm saying? There always is a way, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
The way you went into details with this conversation, this segment, it sort of answers some questions that I had. And so we are going to really sort of skip that section. And it's all about, I think you can probably answer this. Not
Mhm.
probably, sorry. What experience would you consider powerful that sort of caused a turning point? Because there are some cases in life that you experience something, oh yeah, this means I should keep doing this, and you experience another one, oh yeah, this means I should keep doing this. But there is one that will really fire your behind up, that okay, I'm done, I gotta take full vim in what I'm doing and do it regardless.
Man, um, man, that's a hard question to answer because I think there have been so many kind of like a little bit of wake up moments,
Hmm.
and I think there have been certain moments. Okay.
Mind you, sorry to interrupt you,
Mhm.
and I guess it doesn't have to be one, because
Okay.
there are so many cases that sum up becomes like a flash. Once at a time, they all come to
Mhm.
you like, okay, snap, okay, this is it, I've had enough. So there are multiple cases that becomes a wake up moment, as you were saying. So you just give me some that really changed your perception about what you are doing now.
All right, I got you. One of the first wake up moments for me was, I will say this, when I was in college at North Carolina Central, and I guess I really wanted to perform because I was putting out music on like Twitter, you know
Hmm.
what I'm saying, Facebook, and it was getting buzz. I was known for doing the music. People were talking to me about it. People were listening to it, I guess, on whatever thing they had at the time. But we wanted to perform, you know what I'm saying? And we didn't know how to get that off or where to go to get the opportunity to perform this, our music. And when I say we, I mean me and my friends that we were rapping with. So
Uh-huh.
we actually did a show where we went to the Motorco Music Hall, which is a pretty decent sized venue, pretty well known venue in Durham, and we put together a show. And I know like it seems silly, but like when we did that, it made me realize like how easy because not only am I an artist, but I'm also an entrepreneur.
Hmm.
So it just showed me like how easy that if you just do a little bit of your own self start, you
Hmm.
can create something where, I mean, one, we were trying to solve the problem of finding a place to perform,
Hmm.
but what we also discovered is a way to own our own revenue streams through providing ourselves a place to perform. And we also discovered that whenever you kind of are the producer of something,
Uh-huh.
like when you run the show, bro,
Hmm.
everybody loves you. You know what I'm saying? You got the power, you know what I'm saying? Or in a sense, it's like you people certainly I did not realize the effect when they saw that I put that on. Or like even when me and my band went out to California in October, like it's not something that's easy. It's not something that is immediately financially rewarding either. But
Hmm.
what I saw is like, wow, like the stock went up in a sense. And it's not because, oh, he's in a fly place, but it's like this guy's going. I learned the power of just continuing to do stuff.
Compounding.
Yes, you know what I'm saying? And that's one thing, like one thing I even said when I was in college, like punch 'em till it hurts is my motto. Like, bro, I have always been out here in Charlotte doing music, you know what I'm saying? And I've always been different. I've gone from like, there was a time like coming back from school, 2013, back in Charlotte, performing, where I was like, dang, I cannot keep up with having to wear like the latest fashion every time. So I need something to like, I need a uniform in a sense for my stage. So shoot, I was wearing suits. Like I would wear a shirt and tie. Go on.
I remember, not to interrupt you, I remember I was at your show.
Yeah.
Nodder, Amelie's around Dup and what?
In Dup and Swat,
yeah. And I saw your dress. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
And that makes you stand out. I was wondering, did he just come back from work or what? Okay.
And
wow.
And that's, I would get that. You know what I'm saying? And like at different times, like, you know, but I just learned like, Joe, fuck these other people out here. I've never been somebody to say, you know, I don't care. Like, I don't fuck these people out here. But in a sense, it's like you got to say, fuck what they think. Fuck what they're telling, like fuck even what they're trying to, the box they're trying to, the corner they're trying to put me in. I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna stand out. You know what I'm saying? And my whole reasoning with the suit is like, yo, I look good in a, like, even though it's not related to rap, I look good in a suit, and I'm gonna give a good show, and the music's gonna be good.
Excellent.
So they're gonna, you know what I'm saying? So like for me, like it's those moments that I gotta remember, like kind of like where I came from and some of the magic that I created, because we create magic through our ideas and our true innovation. And when we put that mind to the matter, that's magic. You know what I'm saying?
Excellent. You're a creator, and that is so good. It's amazing. There are so many things I could say about that, but boy, you got it. I'm done. Like, this is amazing. You said certain things which I think the audience are really going to love. I can recall them because I'm now digesting what he just said, because it's amazing. It's a broad industry, a very huge industry, and you get to stand out when you become yourself. Yeah.
And also, bro, you don't get no respect unless you got some bread, bro, or unless you got some bread behind you. And that's something that like I resented or whatever, but like, nah, bro. And that actually has made me more of an entrepreneur. You know what I'm saying? Me and my my business partner, we've got a few things that we're working on.
Okay.
That I never even thought about before. I never ever imagined raising $1,500 or saving $1,000 to put it into something that can make me, you know what I'm saying, 4,000 back. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about drugs or anything, but you know what I'm saying? But just like even like events and things like that, or bringing artists, you know, concerts and stuff. There's so many things that you can, that I'm realizing even now that I'm dabbling into, that I can utilize and that I'm interested in, that can make me money. And from there, I can use that capital and those inroads to get to where I want to be quicker in the music industry. You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, talent is not what, I mean, it keeps you there. You know what I'm saying? It gives you that niche, but like, nah, you gotta.
Need some bread to oil the machine.
Yeah, oil. Yeah, I like that. I like that.
That's great. That's excellent. It's amazing. And you know, at this point, we're about to wrap up. And do you have some shit you want to talk about, or you have some shit? Something you want to get off your chest, some random thing, public or any public figure you want to compliment or say some crap about? You know, it feels good.
Yo, I was listening to Nas' new
There's
album.
a private conversation, by the way. Nobody's hearing this.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah.
I was listening to Nas' album. Just came out today. And one line he said was, I'm paraphrasing, but it was like, people will do anything. Like, this, like, the idea of inclusion is, and I'm not trying to step, because I'm a man, and now is the high time of inclusion when it comes to female representation, and I definitely respect that, and I see that. But I feel like right now we're in a time where people are like, I guess everybody's fighting, it seems, for this thing called inclusion. But sometimes you don't need to be damn everywhere.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you just fuck them. You know what I'm saying?
Conclusion, I don't have to be part of this.
Yeah, like you don't have to be part of that. So like so when it comes, and I can even attribute that to my own experience as an artist of wanting to be included on certain scenes or at a certain time, want to be included on the bill to perform, and realize that I didn't really get those opportunities thrown at me until I just did it myself first. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So like you can include yourself in what you want. And I just think that that's what you should do, man. And time don't exist. Don't let, things like money or your situation, financial situation, hinder you or make you think you can't do anything.
Wow, this is amazing. You see, just a phrase he heard in the music by Nas.
My dude, that's my nigga, bro. He told me how to rap, bro.
That
Taught
is
me.
excellent. Nas for you. That is so great. At this point, we're wrapping up. So, someone out there will be listening, and our viewers and our listeners on podcast, on iTunes, or Stitcher, or SoundCloud would like to hear let me put it this way. What would you want to share with other people?
As far as my artistry,
Your artistry, and what advice or nuggets would you like to give someone to put in their knee to work with?
I would say, just to reiterate, do the work. Just do the work. If you have an idea, send out the help signals, you know what I'm saying, to help put it together. But if that doesn't come back like you wanted it, do the work. Just do the work.
Consistency. Keep pounding, North Carolina Panthers. Keep pounding. Anyway, that is excellent, and that is NiGE HOOD. It's a pleasure talking to you today, and boy, am I learning a lot. Not kidding.
Man, I'm honored, bro. I've ever since we had those long conversations. I mean, going back almost like 5 years now. You know what I'm saying? When I was
Excellent.
working at Amelie's, I mean, I can even say I've arrived to where I am. I've progressed a lot since then. Because I even remember you talking to me. I was so into just music.
Music,
You know what I'm saying? And I remember being nervous or uncomfortable when you would talk about having to apply a business sense or a business model to it. But now I'm so glad that I broke through that discomforting, that mold, you know what I'm saying, that I was in, because now I'm out here getting it. Or else I'd just be like angry and be like, yeah.
Beta, and to piggyback on what you were saying, blah blah blah.
Self-victimization.
There he
Yep.
goes. There he goes.
Yep.
So yeah, that is so great. That is so
Cut
great.
the self-victimization out.
Wow, that is excellent. So, folks, you have it. Creative people. This is Creativity is an Idea podcast, and this was your guest, NiGE HOOD.
What up, what up? Go to folkrap.com.
And is there anything you want to share with them? Your IG, your Twitter,
Yes.
your
yes.
tweet.
My Instagram and Twitter are all the same. NiGE HOOD, NiGEHOOD. You can go to my website, folkrap.com. Please sign up for updates, because I give out special gifts to people who sign up on that mailing list.
Special gifts.
Special gifts.
Oh, yeah.
And also, I'd like to say, listen to my projects on Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, or YouTube. I've got 3 up there. You can try This Is Folk Rap, which...
Could you spell it out?
Yes.
I'll put it in the description.
Put it in the description.
So you can click on it, or you can read it and search for it. But please spell it.
Yes, This Is Folk Rap. THIS space IS space FOLK space RAP. And by the way, little thing, when I was in elementary school, 4th grade, second runner-up in the school spelling bee, whole school. I just want to say I'm a great speller.
He got the brains for spelling.
You know, also there's Return of the Nasty, Return of the NASTY, and most recently Book of Folk Rapture 1.
Rapture one. That is excellent. So that's NiGE HOOD. And at this point, you're gonna do something. You're gonna perform a little bit of what you do.
Okay.
So stay tuned and see.
This way. Got it. Yeah. This is a song called Function right here. And this is off of This Is Folk Rap. You can find it on Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, YouTube, anywhere. And this is about how it gets down with my friends. This is folk rap, baby. NiGE HOOD. Yo. Big afros, the girls gone natural. Looking at themselves in the mirror of the bathroom. Stepping out the motherfucking door like a classroom. Teach niggas about life, man. It has rules. She ain't gonna pay you no attention unless you got juice. And the jug is the boy right now. Party people, do you dance on the floor right now? I peruse through the party and explore right now. I see the cool kids with no cares at all. The legend in the building, if you don't feel it, you will soon. I got Trojans in my pocket for the hoes who want the horsepower. Oba came through with the hay, set it ablaze. Smoking section everywhere, it's looking like a forest fire. But where we at though? This the function. This the function. This the function. This the function. Man, this a function. This a function. This a function. This a function. Yeah. I see the cool kids with no cares at all. Oh, feeling like I'm Drizzy, got my city on the hotline. Guess my home team looking for a home run. Ball bats full of sticky, yicky, yicky, yicky. Saturday, ooh, ooh, like it's 01. But where we at though? This the function. There you go, man.
That is excellent. That was NiGE HOOD for you right there. That was NiGE HOOD for you right there. Ladies and gentlemen, creative people, I guess you heard it from the what? Horse's mouth?
From the hood's mouth.
Oh, right.
Pulse.
From the hood's mouth. Yeah. That's so great. That was NiGE HOOD right there. And that was the title, The Function. The Function. And I was listening to the lyrics. It gives something. Is it the legends in the room?
Yeah, the legends in the building.
In
if
the
you
building.
don't feel it, you will soon.
You will soon. That's excellent. So that's NiGE HOOD. You can check him out on all the handle he gives. And it's going to be in the description. So check it out. It was a pleasure sharing time with you, folks. And it was a pleasure having NiGE HOOD as a great guest today. It was
My
amazing.
pleasure.
I've known him way back. Jesus Christ, Santa Maria.
Good thing.
This is Pyric, your podcast host. Creativity is an Idea podcast. Stay tuned and don't fuck up. But when you do, make sure you fuck up real good to help other people. Stay blessed.